important. This is serious. This is serious stuff because he's a creator to all this. Think about this. Think about your body for a moment. Think about how complicated your body is. Your nerves, your blood, your eyes. Everything in that eye has to work together simultaneously, work all together at the same time just to see. And to say a creator, designer didn't make all that for you, it's far-fetched. It's not thinking. I mean, that car over there. Mm-hmm. You know somebody built that and designed that, don't you? Maybe you didn't see him do it, but you know they did it because you drive in the car every day, right? You trust that they did it. The same thing with Jesus Christ. He did all this for you. You got to trust and believe in him and let him forgive your sins and believe in and follow his word, the Bible.
Yeah.
So we lost a son in a car accident. How we lost him was a little unusual. This is where I told you about the Union Tribune. This is where we lost his life, okay? He lost his life right here. This house with the cross on it was there many years before my son's accident. This is the College Grove Shopping Center. You know where College Grove Shopping Center is?
Yeah.
This is right over by the entrance to that. That's the College Avenue right there. This is my son's skid marks from his car coming right here. He was going 90 miles an hour. He was late to a cross-country running class. He was a cross-country runner. He ran since he was 8 years old. He ran 40 miles a week on average. Very good shape. He was an AP calculus student in high school. And he was on his way.
This is the 94 freeway?
Yeah, 94 West. In-N-Out Burgers right over here. So he was driving fast, running late, like we've all been late at one time or another. He was in his shorts, his shirt, and some brand new running shoes he got the night before from a shoe company that was wanting him to test him out. So he jumped in that car, lost control of a car he'd been driving for 1 week. He was used to driving a 4-cylinder Jeep, a real slow car, and he got a much faster car, an Acura Integra. So he hit a tree, he hit the tree, it split his car, ripped him out of his seatbelt, and he landed in the backyard of this house, looking up at the cross. Parts of his car we've actually got news video coverage in our website of his car, parts of his car around the cross on the roof. The owner of the house in the video, up on our website is actually picking the parts of his car off the roof. Okay, picking them up. So that was a trial in our life. We're all going to lose people in our life. You're going to lose maybe a father, a brother. Somebody's going to die in your life, right? Sooner or later. And if who better to have in your corner than God when you're going through something like that, because it's all going to happen to us, right? I don't know if you've lost loved ones in your family before, but how does that make you feel? Have you lost somebody in your family close? Ever?
Ever.
Have you lost a mother or a father or a grandfather or a grandmother?
No.
No one's ever died in your family?
No, I got it.
Somebody died in your family?
No.
Yeah.
No. See, I know.
Yeah, this is the accident right here. November 7th, 2007. 18-year-old driver killed when he slams into a tree. So that was the accident. No drugs or alcohol were in his system. He was clean. They did an autopsy of his body. He just died. The next thing that happened was my son was an organ donor. He donated his body to LifeShare, an organization that gives people new eyes and new skin and that kind of thing. So he donated his body to him. And an 18-year-old boy, a baseball pitcher from Mater Dei High School, got my son's ligament in his arm. He was a baseball pitcher. He blew out his arm and had to have Tommy John surgery. And he got my son's ligament in his arm. So he wrote us a thank you letter saying thank you for your son's donation. And he left a real nice letter. At the bottom of the letter, he left his phone number. He said, please call me. So we called him. My wife got her phone and called him and left him a voicemail, but didn't get him on the phone. So we waited for months and months and months, and we didn't get any kind of call back from him. My wife and I are foster youth mentors. We take kids from the county out that don't have homes, and we take them out bike riding, camping, that kind of thing. We've done it for many years, even when my son was alive.
You have a kids?
Yeah, I have a 23-year-old daughter now,
23
and I just adopted a boy. So anyway, we take kids out from the camp. We've been doing that for a long time. And one day we were taking our foster youth mentee out on a ride, and we were right in front of this house in the car, and with the foster youth Minty, the boy with us. And my wife's cell phone rings. Who do you think's calling us for the very first time? The 18-year-old boy that got the ligament. He's calling us when we're driving right in front of this house. We all just looked at each other. We couldn't believe he was calling right then. So we decided to have dinner with him and his mom. We had dinner with him and his mom at the Claim Jumper restaurant in Carlsbad. We went there and started talking, and the boy asked, what kind of car did Devin die in? And we told him it was an Acura Integra and the model and everything. And he looked at us funny. And he said, I drive that same car. Yeah. So then we started talking to his mom, and we found out his mom is a CASA. And what a CASA is, they take kids from the county out that don't have homes, they shop for them. So we're foster youth mentors. So you see how that all was in common? And then we found out his father was a child abuse judge. The next thing that happened was we've been talking about adopting a boy. In fact, the boy we've adopted is here today. He moved into our house on May the 28th. But we've been talking about adopting him for many years, even when my son was alive. We just never got around to doing it. After he died, we got serious about it. We talked to a lady in our church. Her name was Lisa Walker. We asked her, do you know anything about the adoption process? And she says, I do, but can I call you back? Well, we waited for months and months and months for no call back, no nothing from her. The last place we saw my son alive was at the Olive Garden restaurant in Grossmont Center. We had dinner there many times as a family. We had dinner with him the last time. We had dinner together. My wife went up to a convention in Long Beach. And then that was the last time that she saw him. Long Beach, yeah. So after my son's death, we were very reluctant to go back to that restaurant because of the memories. But one night we said, let's go back. So we did. We had dinner there. We walked out of the restaurant. In almost exact spot, we said goodbye to my son for the last time. My wife's cell phone rings. Who do you think is calling us? Lisa Walker, to tell us about the adoption process. So we said, okay, I guess we should continue down this road. So we did. So like I said, the boy is here. He moved into our house May the 28th. But it come time to meet him for the very first time. We never met him before. We're given an address. We adopted him through the county. We're given an address. My wife has a GPS cell phone that talks out loud to give you directions. Puts the address in her phone, and we start following the directions. My son was headed for Mesa College when he died. Okay, that's where he was going. He was running late for a class. We started noticing the directions were taking us to Mesa College. We were going, why are we going to Mesa College? We started getting closer to Mesa College. We were at the front gate of Mesa College. And my wife's cell phone says, turn left. The place where this boy used to live borders Mesa College. Right up against it. So God is real, and He sees the conversation that we're all having right now, and He wants you all in heaven. But He wants you to believe. He wants you to believe in Him. And He wants you to trust in His Bible that He's given to us. That's lasted a very long time. It's the most published book in the world. Okay? And there's places in there you can go visit and are there. There's prophecies, things that have been foretold that actually happened. So it's real, and you just need to start following it.
Real.
Yeah, it's reality. It's real. Yeah.
You don't speak Spanish?
No, I did, enough to get by, but nothing.
Not like you.
Not. But I thank you for your time. You got any questions?
Questions? No.
No, I thank you. I thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, my friend.